have been well trained.
No.
You don't have to carry a sword to be powerful.
I won't fail you.
Or do not.
I'm not afraid.
Please don't try.
So, cool. We're going to go into the finals here. Joe Cologne versus Matthew Ranks. I would argue like the best Satine player versus the best Raylo player.
Yeah. I would argue the best player versus the best Raylo player.
Yeah.
You can take you can take Satine out of that if you want.
You can even take Satine out. You're not wrong. But should be a good match. Should be fun. I don't think we haven't really seen this matchup either, so it'll be fun to see. But yep, this is how we got here.
They're shuffling up and playing. So
Yeah.
we'll get there soon.
Eventually we'll get to the other screen.
Yep. Matthew Ranks is Bike Thief on Discord for anyone keeping track.
Yep. So.
Joe Cologne is honestly sarcastic if you live under a rock. Right?
Pretty much. But eventually we'll get to the game they're shuffling for. I think they have to look at deck lists.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay, that makes sense.
Yep. They get the 2 minutes to do that. I don't think there's a ton of spice in the Raylo list. I think it's just very solid. We'll find out. So how does Raylo beat Satine?
How does Raylo beat Satine? Raylo has the ability to take a droid off the table every round starting round 1. So it does not... It's basically a damage race in my opinion. Raylo needs to get there before Satine does, and you're racing your character dice versus their ramp.
Yep.
Cards like Entourage are going to be extremely important for Joe in this matchup. He wants to get that onto the table as soon as possible. Raylo does not have the ability to take any of the things that Joe plays off the table. It's one of the few decks in the format playing against a ramp deck that just has to sit there and watch what the opponent's doing in terms of their supports and upgrades.
Yep.
So that's a huge factor in this matchup. Joe's opening draw is going to be very, very important. Matthew, conversely, is going to be trying everything he possibly can do to get to 8 damage before Joe blows him out. That's pretty much the goal right here. Joe's going to be doing everything he can to keep, probably in my opinion, 3PO alive. When I played Matthew, he went for 3PO, and we'll see what happens if he goes with the same strategy here.
Yeah, and the other thing, if Raylo can't kill a character round 1, they can also just get 6 shields.
Yep.
And getting 6 shields is pretty much the same. Like, deal 4 damage, get 6 shields. You still feel pretty good going into round 2. But Raylo can't really steal Fickles, can't really get good money. There's a lot of things that Raylo can't do, but sometimes Raylo can just go off and kill people.
Yep, that's a pretty good summary.
Yeah.
I do think Raylo it's one of the decks in the format that has the ability to roll really well and punish people for it.
Yeah.
It plays around easy pickings in a really weird way, just because its dice don't really line up that well. But with that in mind, if Joe does hit an easy pickings, it's completely different.
Yep. It kind of ends the round. Whatever round gets picked,
Yep.
the round nearly ends. Unless it's Kylo's dice. If you pick Kylo's dice and they're able to just shield with Raylo, they're still feeling okay about that round.
Yep.
The really important dice are Raylo, are Ray's dice. Like, you just don't want Ray to be resolving specials ever.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually kind of a fine line playing Satine, because you really don't want Kylo to be resolving his specials either, but you don't want him to constantly be on 6 shields, right? That's the nightmare playing against Raylo, is when they're always on 6. So it'll be really interesting to see how Joe walks that line. That's what he's going to have to do to win, is choose which he needs to mitigate and when he needs to mitigate. One thing I know about Joe is his mitigation timing is top in the game, and I think he'll walk that line well.
And he has plenty of Raylo experience, I believe, as well. So that's not a concern. I wonder how many Satines Matthew played through on his way here. I know it was you.
He played through me.
Yeah.
He actually helped me with the matchup after. I was like making a mistake. He was like, "Yeah, don't do this next time," and it helped me in the next time I played it. So, props to him. He's a good dude.
It looks like time has started in the round.
We're going to check on the game. We'll see what happens. We'll have it back for you shortly. No, we have the thing up right now.
Oh, sorry. That's not bad.
We're going to hop into the middle of the game right here. Yep, here we go. So it looks like we missed a couple of actions. It looks like Joe rolled in and took a pile of money. That's the immediate takeaway. It looks like he got 4 off Satine. That's a really great start.
I'm confused. I wonder if Raylo actually won the roll-off because they have shields.
Yes.
So
Raylo won the roll-off, which that's actually what happened
That's
to me
huge.
too, but it's a big difference. It's a big difference. Playing Raylo without shields versus them starting with 2 shields is a major swing.
Yeah, all of their tricks are now online.
Yep.
So here comes the crate. So we're going to just take the 2 damage here. Interesting.
I wonder if he has Forsaken in his hand or something like that.
Yep, that's about the only reason I think he would do that.
Yep, he does.
Yep. Now the crate is gone. Fickle. It's one of the great things about playing Satine is that against Raylo is they're never going to buy your Fickle.
Yep, that is true. It's the one matchup you don't have to worry about that.
Yep.
So Matthew is going to end up being at... Joe's going to take a shield, which is good. Well timed. I think Matthew's actually going to end up being a little bit behind where he wants to be. The most he can get right now is going to be 7. Unless he has Polarity or something like that to pop another damage. I think
the 2 damage is pretty big if a special comes up here.
it's huge. He does get a special. So we're going to see who Joe wants to have shields, or if Joe has the ability to remove it.
I do like the very aggressive roll from one end all the way to the other end.
Sorry for the background noise.
So we'll see if Joe has another piece of removal. Typically, you only get, you'll get 1.
What do you do here if you're Joe? All right, he's going to flank.
You flank.
Okay. Yep, perfect.
That's what you do.
Yep.
You get 2 pieces of removal, and then you just win the rest of the round.
Yep. Yeah, being on no money is going to be tough for Matthew here, too.
Yep. I mean, he spent it.
Yep, it takes stuff like Steadfast and all that offline. I think Joe's in a really commanding position. I think this is a great start for him.
Yep. But if Field Medic does not come down this round, there are a bunch of tricks that can be done to get C-3PO in range to die the next round.
Yes.
Like
Water breather coming down.
like
Interesting.
Polarity, and he could Polarity into a Steadfast. He could do a bunch of things like that.
Yep. Yeah, Polarity Steadfast, what would that do? That would do
It's Polarity, Kylo, Action, Steadfast.
Polarity Kylo. Okay, so it would
It's
take
2 actions.
2 actions, gotcha, okay.
But you could do it with no dice,
Yep.
unless a Field Medic can come down. So
So
that's Kylo's shield gone. I would
Yep.
like to see the other shield removed as well. This is how I typically like to play the matchup, is that they don't get shields, even if I'm splitting my damage a little bit.
Yep. I think if you're Joe here, you just go for Kylo. Yep. I think 8 is a very realistic number for Joe to get to next turn. And
Yep.
I think if, no redeploys on Kylo right now, like, it's just appealing to get him down a little bit to me. If Joe had more gas in his hand, that would have been a really good turn for him. He is going to probably lose 3PO very early in this round.
Oh, that Han Blaster is going to be real good.
Yep. Luke's protection in Matthew's hand.
That's just too many actions. They're
Yep.
going to get value. It's hard to stop him from getting value out of C-3PO at this point. So we'll see. It looks like a Neiman Mastery. Not 100% sure. No, that's a Polarity. There's 100% of Polarity in his hand.
Yep.
Okay, choose the rollout.
I mean, he
method.
really rolls his dice.
Yeah,
Like, that's a legit dice roll right there.
I appreciate it.
Me too. Me too. I don't see enough
There's
of
no
that.
dropping it on the table.
Yep. So Polarity does kill 3PO right here. Polarity Resolve is a dead 3PO, or just a Resolve at this point is also a dead 3PO. So there's the Field Medic. That's going to heal too.
Yep, that's huge.
Yep. So there's the Polarity.
I'm confused. Do you not resolve the special for 3? Didn't you have 5 cards in hand?
Yeah, it's a big misplay.
Yeah, that feels like a big mistake.
Did he know? Oh, okay. Gotcha. I thought he played like. Never mind. I'm on a different page than everyone else right now.
Yep. So it's deal 1 damage, gain
thought-
a shield
I-
for Polarity.
I thought he just discarded his entire hand.
No. And then Kylo action for 1 more damage.
Yeah, but this is.
And now he's showing the 2 for next round.
Yep. I think
For next action.
again, Matthew is a much better Raylo player than I am, but I think the way I do that is I resolve that special for 3, and then I Polarity sneak kill 3PO. I think that's way more action efficient, and now he's going to be 1 short on what he wants to do.
And he gave up a damage to do it.
And he
Because
gave up
you
a
could have put the
damage.
damage into a different character.
Yeah, it's possible he has like a Kylo Saber in his hand or something like that, but he's going to give Joe a second use out of the plot, and that's a big deal. Joe whiffs the roll, which is a little bit unlucky, but I think he goes ahead and just focuses to money right here and resolves twice. Yep, so he's going to go to 5.
Yep.
Well played by Joe. What are we spending money on?
What are we playing?
Is
here?
it a Steadfast in his hand? No. Oh, a Conflicted. What? What? 2 shields. That I was not expecting. If he gets picked right here, this is brutal.
Yeah. That seemed overly aggressive. Don't you just take the C-3PO to turn off the R2?
It's nothing. That is dead 3PO.
Yep. But you're over by 1 damage now.
Yep.
If you resolve this. Yep.
You have to. You have to take 3PO
Yep.
offline here.
I guess this was the only real line after not resolving it for 3.
Yep. I think Matthew's in a good spot now.
Yeah, he's not in a bad spot. I mean, getting 2/2/2 is still good out of your dice.
Joe must just have no removal in his hand right now.
Well, that's pretty normal for Satine.
Yeah.
Like, you only get 1 piece.
Yep.
He had 2 in round 1, and
Yep.
you typically get 2. He had Field Medic, which is a piece of removal.
Yep. My goodness, this man rolls his dice. Entourage, let's see it, Joe. Ooh, Hans Blaster. Okay, there it is.
Yeah, I like that. The more I see the Han Blaster, the more I like that ad.
Yep.
Did he have 7 resources?
He did.
That's a lot of resources.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, because the 2 and then the 2.
You re-roll this? I don't think you do. I think this stays.
I think I might roll the Fickle. I'm not resolving that 1 anyway.
Depends what else he has in his hand. It depends if you're gonna drop an Entourage behind this or something like that.
I agree. It looks like there is an Entourage in that hand. The issue is, Kylo player is almost out of actions.
Yep.
And there's a whole turn to happen.
Yep. I just don't know if Joe has enough behind it. There's really not a whole lot left. Forsaken is online right now.
I think he's just going to take this and be fine.
Yeah. Okay, this is huge for Joe. This completely changes the whole course of this turn.
Yep. Yeah, he had it in his hand the whole time.
Yep. Yeah, now I think Joe goes to... I think he probably goes to money on the entourage, plays his second entourage, and then maybe drops another fickle behind that.
And then you don't even care if you lose a character, because you're like double specialing for the killing a character.
Yep.
He does take $1. I wonder what he has.
I mean, Steadfast is a possibility.
Yep.
I see a Luke's protection. Yeah.
That should be coming down here, I would assume.
An overwrite for an Ezra Saber. I do like that.
Yep, Archer's Focus, $2. Let's get the other entourage out.
Luke's protection, is that another Aqua Breather in his hand? We don't have the deck list in front of us, unfortunately.
Yeah, he does put it back on top. So I would expect a Fickle. He has the money showing. This is a little awkward with that 3, but you're just going to end up probably re-rolling that 3. Because I would want damage out of this entourage.
Yep.
Right?
What does he have in hand? 3, Joe?
Yeah.
4? 3?
Yep, there's a hand cannon.
It looks like he has an EMP in his hand. I could be wrong.
He still hasn't rolled out R2.
Right.
Yep, there's definitely a hand cannon in there.
Man, Joe's ramp is going to be incredible at the end of this turn, but I kind of wonder if he can get through next turn. It's going to be really hard.
I think as long as he kills a character next turn, he's fine. Well, I mean, if you roll the natural dollar, too, that helps a lot.
Yeah, I definitely think... I have to tell you, this is a very similar spot to where I thought I was against Matthew right here. The indirect side's basically dead. He's going to go to 2.
You can get a Fickle down.
He
Or a
can get
hand
Fickle
cannon.
down and pay for the 3 for 1.
Yep. You definitely play the Fickle.
I think I'm more interested... Matthew's actually being very smart right here, not dropping his Luke's protection
He already
down.
dropped it.
Oh, he did?
He already dropped it and
Oh,
flipped
gotcha,
it,
I missed
put
that,
it back
okay.
on, yeah.
I'm behind. Thank goodness you're here, man.
There we go. But he can just get it again next turn and do it whenever he wants.
Yep.
And that might be another polarity in his hand. I'm not 100% sure what it is. Yep. Doesn't need the hand cannon.
Blank for Joe. That's a bummer.
Yep. That's not doing what you want it to do. Do you just take all the shields here, or do you put 1 damage into Kylo?
I think I'd take the shields right here. He's going to do it all to Kylo.
Yep. Joe likes killing characters. So whatever gets him closer to doing that is what he's going to do.
Joe has a lot of reps against Raylo. I know a couple of his teammates were really close to bringing it to this tournament. He does overwrite for the Jin's Blaster there, which is really smart. So I trust Joe knows what he's doing. His board state is so far ahead.
Yep. He just has to not die.
Yep, he has to not die here. And conversely, Matthew needs to try to make him die.
Yep, I'm not sure what tricks he's running in his Raylo, but this would be the time for tricks.
A Raise Saber.
It's pretty nice.
This is going to be a really awkward turn. Matthew, I think he's resigning the fact that Kylo's going to die here.
Did he... He forgot to put the shield
He did?
onto Kylo.
He did?
That's a huge mistake.
Is it a May?
I believe it is May.
He's going to realize it soon. Oh my goodness, that's brutal.
That's a big mistake right there.
I'm curious if Joe will let him do it. I don't think Joe has to.
Ooh, those Fickles are massive right now. It's better for Matthew's mentality if he never does realize that.
Yep, for sure.
There's something worse than realize.
Oh my goodness.
Oh. Well, that's one way to make it through the round.
Jeez Louise. Joe getting what he needs really at a very opportune time.
I think he let him put it on.
Oh, did he?
Nice guy Joe right there. Maybe it's not a me.
It has to be in May.
It has to be, right?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. This is gonna be a rough round. 6, 8. So he's got lethal on Kylo.
Mm-hmm.
I guess he could take the shield and it's non-lethal on Kylo. Is that worth it? Probably.
I mean, maybe. You might just have to take both of the dollars and then try and ramp something. You can't overwrite. What are you gonna play for 0?
Am I crazy to say that you should do the 2 indirect and then jam the rest into Ray right here, and not give him the redeploy?
It's possible. Oh, hidden motive. I thought maybe a pass fight was gonna come out.
Got him. That was big.
That's a big one. That's 5. It's still 5 damage. What else you got in that hand?
Disrupt 2. So that's going to sit out there all around for Joe. Anytime you think about taking money, it's going away.
Yep. But there's no way he was ever taking money here.
Yep.
It's just going to sit out while you roll out the rest of your stuff. And
Matthew's hanging in. You know, one of his cards is Luke's Protection. I can't really see the other two.
if he could survive...
Luke's
like,
Protection.
if
Is that a polarity in his hand?
I can't tell.
I can't. It's tough.
If he can just survive a couple more dice, then he has a good shot.
Yep, agreed.
Now he needs to be able to deal 2 or 3 more sneaky damage, but I don't see that happening.
I think Joe has to jam damage in here to take the Kylo action offline, right? Like, I'm worried that he's going to get something... I don't know. I don't know what I'm worried about.
No, there's no money.
Right, yeah. He could have saved a damage, but I think maybe Joe actually wants Satine to die here.
I'd like to see this indirect probably resolved here.
Yeah, I like that. I think it forces it onto Ray.
Yeah. I would really like to see that. No. He decided not to be greedy. I mean, it's technically is greedy.
Yep. Is that right? Was that only... That was 5, okay.
Yep. Now here's the big choice, if he's going to disrupt that or not. I don't think you are, but you can make an argument for disrupting there. But if you're not disrupting, you're definitely using that 2 indirect, right?
Yeah, it could, Polarity and Steadfast are both good right here. You're never going to get better value in the game out of playing Polarity.
Yep. One of those 2 dice need to get resolved.
Yep.
Either the focus or the indirect.
Yep. Yeah, I like that. That's Joe basically saying, I'm not going to disrupt you. Go ahead and spend your $1. Let's see what you got.
Okay. So he just wants Kylo to die now? I think that's what it looks like. He's just said, hey, you're going to kill Kylo. Let's do it.
Yeah, I think he wants the redeploy, right?
Yeah, of course.
And I think if you're Joe, you can't give him this redeploy.
It feels real. It feels real hard if you give him the read play.
Yeah. I guess it also depends what Joe has in his hand still as well.
I think I want to just wait forever and get all my dice in the pool.
Yep.
And I want to get as much direct as I possibly can and scare him that I can kill Raylo.
Agreed.
I think the big debate here is if hand cannon is going on R2 here or not. He has a hand cannon in his hand.
For Joe.
Yeah. That's why he's holding on and waiting to roll in Raylo. He needs this R2. He's waiting to see if where his money's going. So now he's decided.
Yep.
I'm going to go on hired muscle. Makes sense.
He's going to make that entourage special worth 5. That is scary.
It's pretty disgusting. Because he got the extra $1 from Satine as well now.
I think what Joe really wants to do is be able to present lethal on Kylo and the ability to wipe Ray's shields and then put one block of damage into Ray to get him to activate Ray and then kill Kylo. I think that's what Joe's trying to set up right now.
Ooh. A little R2.
Right after Joe pitches the EMP, too. Yep. He wants this to be any damage, so this is great. This is a great spot for Joe right here. So what Joe can do is he can jam this entourage onto, or he's going to take the shield, okay. So now he can't. He's going to be just short. So I expect you to see Joe reroll right here. I think it'll be everything other than the entourage showing the special on the hired muscle.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens.
He still has R2 to come in, so... Can he focus to the 1? Because he has to. Oh, the special. That's a good die.
I don't know what it does for him here. He's going to go to Ray. Yep.
Joe giving him every opportunity to make a mistake. He does not. That's been theated. Yep, that's a good reroll. That's actually a good roll because he got the focus.
Yep. He's going to have the option to pump 5 into Ray right here if he wants to.
Yep. 6, 7, 8.
He's going to steadfast, okay.
He has, but who are you going to steadfast off of?
Yeah,
Okay.
see, I don't
know
this.
about that one.
I really do wonder if Joe just... Can he get Ray here? He's got to get 9, 5 from... He can. I mean, it's very realistic that he can actually just get Ray right here, and I think I don't... Joe is just not seeing what he needs, and he's at the point where I just don't know if he can reroll again.
Of course you can reroll again.
Yeah, I guess. Then you're just at the mercy of Ray at that point. He does have that single melee side showing so that he can prevent the massive overshield from happening.
Yep. And now I guess he's decided I'm not going to reroll.
Yep. He's taking his whole turn. If Joe had that R2 dice showing a 2, he'd be in an insane position to really just stop this turn from happening.
Yep. The thing is, you can just wait for that entourage die to last, and Matthew's patience is very impressive. Other players would get nervous.
So it looks like Joe is going to kill Kylo, but he's doing everything he can to make it look like he's not.
Oh.
I don't think that changes anything.
That's 6.
Oh, it does change. It changes everything.
That changes everything.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
masterful.
Well played.
That was a disgusting play.
Really well done. So what's the max that Matthew can do next turn?
Wow. That was great.
2, 4, 7, He can do 9, so he is 1 short of lethal on Joe as is. Well, 10 with the R2.
Yep.
Well played by Joe. Really, really, really high level stuff. Incredible.
Yeah, you just don't see better stuff than that.
I think the only way Joe loses this game from there is if he gives him the redeploy. So it's just really, really great job hiding that damage till the last minute.
Yep. And the way, even the sequence, the way he played it, was like, oh, I'm not going to get there.
Yep. So
it was almost better that he rolled that blank because he could hide it.
Yep. Yep, agreed. Looks like an hour 30 left on time, but is time actually relevant in the final? I thought it's untimed.
No, it's 2 hours.
It's 2 hours. We're going to see a reroll. Yep, nice. We're going to see a reroll on another good opening roll. Joe's going to be 1 short of lethal.
Yeah, this is real tough for Matthew here. He got really punished for waiting so long on Ray, but then again, you would have lost Kylo if you did that. He's just going to scoop it up. Okay.
GG.
That was a great first game.
Yeah, that was good. That was a little bit of a seesaw game. I kept going back and forth on who was ahead. I thought Matthew was in really good position, and Joe just completely blew him out. But how many times have you played games against Joe where that's what a turn looks like, where it's just like he knows he's got you, and it's, okay, I'm going to deal 27. See you next time. Joe 1 game away from being the new U.S. national champion.
In a pretty dominated fashion. I think he ran through everything like 2-0, didn't he?
Yeah, he's looked really good. He's looked good the whole tournament. But we said that leading up to Gen Con, too. Like, it would not shock me if Joe won this. He was playing this deck at a very high level, and it just didn't break his way at Gen Con.
He was on the wrong side of variance at Gen Con. Seems to be on a much better side of variance here, and his, obviously his play's great, so you put those two things together, and that's how you can make a run. Obviously, Matthew's not out of it yet. He can definitely take another game here. He gets shields to start to open with again. Okay. So it looks like they're gearing up for the game 2. It was a pretty long first game. About 30-something minutes. Here we go.
Game number 2. Let's do it.
Okay. Quick maul. Keep 2, pitch 3. Is that 1 or 2? Looks like
I think it's 1. Could be 2. I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. It's so he had good damage last game. The Ray player did, right, Matthew? So he needs to do that again.
Yep.
He really should switch his target to R2. That'd give him much more, like a bigger advantage. I think.
I agree. He went for 3PM against me, and he sounded pretty convinced when I was talking to him that 3PM was the correct target. It definitely did feel bad losing 3PO, but I kind of agree. Like, going for 3PO lets you put upgrades on R2 early when you're playing Satine with impunity. Like, you don't really care what you're not worried about getting one activation out of the upgrade. You know you're getting at least 2, which feels fine, especially when it's something like a hand cannon where it can be 6 damage. If you end up paying 2 for 6 damage, you're not that upset about it. If you end up paying 2 for 3 damage, you're just in a really, really bad spot, which is my argument for going for R2.
Also, it's harder for C-3PO to finish the game.
Yep, that's a true story.
Oh, so wait a minute. Bendu Slayer.
He's giving Joe the shields. He must have like a loose protection in his opener or something like that. That's the only thing I can think of right here.
Or he just wants to show off that he's playing on Bendu Slayer. This is an A. We do appreciate the memes over here.
We do.
He wants to just show off that he's playing on Bendu Slayer. I mean, if you're in the finals and you're going to have some fun, you're going to show off that you're playing on Bendu Slayer.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
I would argue strategically this might not be the best play, but we'll find out.
Yeah. The crowd's laughing about that.
2 indirect off the Bendus. Worth.
Is this the Joe factor at work right here?
Yeah. It might be.
Not taking the shields? Cause
maybe he has a way to get his own shield.
Yep.
He doesn't care.
Yep.
He's got a Bendu layer. And he's just going to roll special. See?
That's it, man.
That's how you win games of Destiny.
If you want to roll well, just toss your dice at the table as hard as you can.
You know what? I still appreciate that roll.
Me too.
It's always better than I'm just going to drop it.
I'm with you. Joe?
Let's see if he has a second piece of removal. It's important to have the one piece. Oh, I wonder what he called. Well, whatever he called, it wasn't that side.
Yep.
I'm very curious if he called special or if he called melee.
I feel like he's fine just calling special right there.
Yeah.
The melee doesn't hurt him. Wow.
Conflicted's real good. Okay.
Wow. What a roll that was. What a play that was.
I like it. You can only expect so much from one die.
Yep.
You can't always go back. Okay. This means he wants money bad.
And Joe is not getting a break right here.
Joe wants money, something awful here.
If Joe is able to activate 3PO and has an entourage in his hand, I think he's in a great spot.
Yes. But this is not a I have weapons hand.
Yep.
You don't roll the R2 here if you have weapons.
Yep.
Or not, at least not weapons you want to play. But I wouldn't be surprised if this is like a hired muscle type turn.
Resolving the 2 indirects. That's very interesting.
More damage is more damage. He still gets there.
Yep.
C-3PO comes in clutch. That was really important.
An entourage in Joe's hand is absolutely terrifying right now.
No upgrades either. Ooh, that one's gone. That die is really far away. And now it's back.
If I'm giving out awards at Nova, he wins the best roller of the dice award for sure.
He literally rolls the die.
Yep.
All the way across the board.
Yep. I'm just trying to not send it across the room. I'm trying to make sure it stays in the nice little cup. This guy's just I have no fear. I'm going to throw it as hard as I can, and it's going to land right in there every time.
Hey, seems to roll pretty well if we do that.
Joe with the entourage. That's pretty huge.
Entourage and entourage would be massive.
It's if Matthew doesn't have removal for this dice, he is in. It's not going to be easy for him. Let's put it that way.
Oh.
And the pickings, my goodness.
And not just the pickings, the swishy pickings.
Yes.
It did open the Forsaken though, but I kind of feel like you wait on that.
See you, man. Take it easy.
Ooh, does he have another Forsaken? Because otherwise, yep. Okay.
He does. Okay.
He does.
Salvages the turn.
That's tough now. Now you're not happy if you're Joe.
Yep.
The question is, where's this 2 damage going?
It's going to go to 3PO. If it goes to Satine, Joe is ecstatic. Yeah, it's going to 3PO. Yep. He's decided that 3PO is the target.
He's going to take Bendu. Yeah, he's not taking that dollar.
Interesting.
It's an extra die to play with. I don't mind that.
One more to 3PO. So Joe, health-wise, is in a slightly better position than last game. And Matt doesn't have an upgrade down.
Yeah.
Joe has Entourage down. He has Entourage in his hand, and he's going in with 3 money. Matthew's going in with 3 money, too, though. It's tough to tell. It's going to really... Joe needs a good draw right here.
I'm curious what he pitches, if anything, from his hand in order to draw. Okay, so he keeps his whole hand. Looks like he drew a crate. Looks like a Field Medic's in there. Han Blaster. Chewy Blaster. There's a lot of gas. And in comes Bendu's Lair. And it's 1 ranged. Okay. We have Kylo power action. 1 damage to C-3PO here. 4 damage away.
Yep. Joe feels comfortable enough to start with Satine. I think that means he's definitely got 1 piece of removal.
Yep. I mean, even if you didn't, there's not a lot of action cheat in Raylo.
Yep.
They're going to have to do everything naturally anyway.
There's the Kylo saber.
So now you're 3 away.
Yep.
Gets the money.
Joe's going to go to 7.
Yep, this is the I'm going to stack you turn. For sure. He's just going to stack over top of him.
Yep.
He's going to take his, death on his C-3PO and have an entire board of supports and weapons. Ooh. If there's an easy pickings here, you also just don't take damage. But I don't think there is. It's a pretty good roll. Not gonna lie.
Wow.
Is it even worth it?
It's a very interesting spot because he's taking all of Kylo's dice out of play right here.
And this is going to be the issue of killing C-3PO here. Yep. Polarity is great.
He's going to take a shield. He's going to do 1 to C-3PO, and then he's going to resolve 2 of these dice. Keeping 1 of the Kylo's dice in play. Oh my goodness. We're going to have a game here.
Yeah, but this right here is going to show why I think you should be hitting R2.
Yep.
I think R2's about to get loaded up with some weapons, and he's going to go in.
No money left for Matthew. A Quad Breather and Ray. That kind of feels like a dead card in this matchup. Like, Joe is just not resolving indirect damage.
Yeah, not often. Not until, you're down to 1 character, for the most part.
And here comes the
fickle.
Here comes the train of Entourage cards.
So if you're Joe, do you just make a decision now that you need to stop taking money and start getting out damage?
This roll. This is going to be...
Yeah, that special is a big issue, actually.
This is going to be tough. This changes a lot, actually. Yep, smart by Joe. Not letting Kylo have the shields or the reroll. So this puts Matthew to a decision. Does he want 2 shields on Kylo or 1 shield on Rey and then keep the dice? Or I guess he could take the 1 shield from the Rey dice and then resolve the special.
Yeah, I think you definitely just do it onto Rey. Take you the free shield, but I guess not. I don't play the deck, so apparently
I don't hate this.
I guess I would want damage eventually. But I don't know what's in his hand. Maybe what is in his hand he needs to keep.
Yeah. Man, Raylo is such a scary deck to play. He's going to be facing like 9 dice by the end of this turn.
Yep.
More money.
More money. That's $1. Let's see what... I would expect Fickles to be dropped here, and he has a bunch of weapons, and he has a crate. Definitely play the crate first.
Does he have any Chewies in his hand?
He does. He has a Han and a Chewies in his hand. That's how I was asking. Do you start going for damage? What point do you start going for damage and stop taking money?
Yep.
There we go. Now, this is one of the big reasons why you hit R2 first.
Yep.
If instead he'd pumped all of his damage into R2 here, this isn't happening.
Yep.
Because C-3PO has to be in the pool before R2 in order to get the effect. And you can let R2 sit up and take the weapons after you've got money.
If he doesn't have removal, this is going to be at least 5 damage from Chewbacca's rifle right here. He actually is going to resolve the indirect. That kind of surprises me.
I think he's just asking who he should target. That's almost what it feels like.
Gotcha.
Like, are you going to give me a clear target? Like, this almost makes an argument to just hit Rey, right? Yep. See?
I don't think I like this.
Really?
I don't think I do.
Rey is the thing that scares me in this matchup more than Kylo does.
Yeah, this is tough.
Ooh. 4, but no money.
You pick up 2 dice or you pick up 3 dice right here? He's going to focus. Okay. Smart. Ooh. 1 more.
That's good. That's leaves him in a good spot. I do think this is a scary match for Joe right now.
I think Joe's behind. Let's see what happens here, though.
This roll is really important.
Yep. Indirect and disrupt. That's it. No cards left, right?
Yep. I think he just takes this and doesn't pump it, right? You just deal 2, no pump. Maybe it's only like 1 bleed over, and then you can wait for next round. Yep.
Interesting.
So what is the other card in Joe's hand here? Oh, it's Han Blaster.
Gotcha.
That's a good card to move into the next round with.
Yep. Gandork being the dice police. Well done, sir.
Let's see if we can get Bendu's lair into the pool.
I like this chance cube overlay. They did a nice job on this.
Yeah, looks good.
I like how it tracks the health and the shields and everything too. After last year when you couldn't see any of my shields or health the entire time, they were like, hey, we need to fix this.
Starts with the power action. You roll this focus.
I kind of wonder if Joe's just resigned Satine to death right here, and that's why he went that route. Yep, he's setting up. I wonder if his only removal is the Hans Blaster. Yep, 1's going to go in.
Yep. Well, the Hans Blaster for removal is really important.
Yeah, so I think Joe's going to roll in either the Crater or an Entourage here and try to get that focus before that's the end of Satine. And he rolls the special. It's really not that threatening, unfortunately.
But at least it's direct.
Yep. Another Steadfast, my goodness.
That's real tough.
Yeah, so I expect the next action to be an override on the Kylo Saber for a dead Satine. There's nothing Joe can do about it, unfortunately, unless he has a Field Medic in his hand, but I think we would have seen that already if he did.
And there's nothing even to use the focus on.
I guess if Joe has like fickled hired in his hand right here, there's a chance.
Ooh.
Yoda Saber, okay. So we're not going to get the Kylo Saber overwrite.
Okay. So 1 damage, 7. Just 8 health left.
Ooh, he's going to go to the money.
I mean, that's the type of roll you're going to need if you're going to survive through this turn.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good roll for Joe. But Matt, I think he's in a pretty commanding lead right now.
Yeah. This is Matt's game to lose, I think. But he's playing against Joe. So we will see.
Oh, there's the 1 damage.
It is
And-
pickable.
Yep, it's pickable, but it also has a secondary damage, so Han Blaster does not work here.
Is Han Blaster you choose or opponent chooses?
It's pretty sure his opponent chooses.
Gotcha, that makes sense.
Just like DL44.
Yeah, DL44 is weird though. It's any dice, right?
Yeah.
So they can like remove a blank.
Yep.
You get odd value out of it at times.
Okay, is a 7 health match right now. 1, 2, 5. There's definitely plenty of
This
damage.
+1 on the Yoda Saber is going to be a gigantic pain for Joe with the Han Blaster. He was
Yep.
banking on that taking one of the premier dice out of the pool, and it's not going to happen now. That's fairly unlucky.
And he kind of can't roll an R2 until he does it.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
what do you do here? This feels bad either direction. I don't think, and you can't. I don't think you can deal enough damage here.
He could have like an automated defense or something like that too.
Yep.
That's a possibility.
There's also the option that he can't take this
Yeah.
because then if something gets focused to the special, yeah, you gotta just do this. Oh,
I think Joe was just honest right there. Ambush action for Joe. Joe has 5 damage showing right now. Do you roll in R2 right here? He actually has 6 damage showing right now because he did not pump the crate last turn.
yeah.
Joe's on the ambush action. Matthew went towards his dice. I wonder if that was to use the ray power action or if he was going to take the money.
Not sure. I think you definitely just roll in.
Yeah, I think you have to.
You're not really worried about mitigation here.
That's actually a nice roll.
And he gets to flip that to the 2. That's pretty good.
Yep, 5, 7 showing. I don't really think, other than hidden motive.
And he can still pump the crate.
Yep. Oh, that actually, is that lethal on Ray? It's 1 short, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he's 1 short. Well, for a single resolution, he's 1 short.
Yeah.
If Joe has an automated defense in his hand still, it would be disgusting.
It's really smart. He does that just in case his opponent forgets about the pump.
Yep.
Just to give him the opportunity to make a misplay.
Yep, and he doesn't.
But if you do that kind of things over the course of a tournament, you end up in the finals.
Yep.
I think you still just kill him, right? For sure.
Yeah, you kill Ray here. I think.
Unless you have removal.
Unless you have removal. If you have removal, you take this Kylo special.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I hate this spot. Did he get it?
Called it.
He did it. He called melee.
You always called melee there.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like it's just
Because you have no shields.
I feel like it's the most punishing dice in Destiny to hidden motive.
Yeah. That's a big hidden motive.
Yep. And he's going to take the shield on Kylo, which is smart. So I think Joe finishes off Rey right here.
Yep.
So, scary things for Joe going into the next round. I believe Polarity is still in play, and Polarity actually does damage still. It's a damage and an ambush. Joe is going to have to find a way to not take 5 next turn. That is his whole goal. I think he feels
Why do
good.
you take the dollar here over just claiming? I guess there's still a thing to roll in.
He's out of Steadfast.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, no, he's right. There's still this. Here.
Oh, there's the
hired muscle.
There's the hired muscle.
Way
Yep.
up at the top there.
Yep.
Oh, Joe.
Did he claim?
Yeah.
I guess he feels like he has to get out in front.
Yep.
He feels like he has to find field medic. He has to find flank.
Yep.
Stuff like that.
He gave up 1 melee and whatever higher roll.
Yeah, and you know what? Now that I think about it, I don't really hate that, right? Like, Joe's whole thing is no matter what, he has to not die right here, so he needs to put everything he can into not dying. And if he doesn't die, I think he's in a great spot. He needs to make sure that these 4 dice in Matthew's pool don't add up to 5 at any point in time, and I think he's okay.
And
I think he's in a good spot, but it's going to be a challenge right here. That's not an easy task.
This also gives him the action economy to field medic and then remove a die.
Yep.
Which is really important that he would not have if he had got claimed against.
Yep, so Joe's looking for shields right here. Yeah, I saw his one card I saw was disassemble.
I mean, if you can play a weapon here in your Raylo, you definitely play a weapon here.
For sure.
Like your odds of winning just go up.
It looks like he is conflicted in this end. Yeah, there's a Ray Saber. We'll see if he remembers the shield this time. He does.
He doesn't remove the damage, though. Okay.
Yep, and that's going to cost 3. So that takes Polarity offline, at least temporarily. It takes the 3 pay 1 on the Ray Saber offline.
Yeah. But he only needs 5 damage.
Yeah, I think he's in a good spot. Joe rolling in the hired muscle right away is to me is a tell that he's looking for shields. He's trying to get to that shield side. Maybe not. He would have gone for Bendu's there.
Yep.
This is it. Grit your teeth and see what happens.
I mean, it is 5 damage, but
Yep.
it's it can be mitigated.
Yeah, so he's going to do the 3 indirect to make Yoda's Saber worth 1, which I think is good. If Joe can get him to resolve this packet of 3 right here, and then the Yoda Saber, it leaves him with only 1 dice that he has to remove at that point.
Yep.
He has to figure out how to remove 2 dice and not take 1 damage, and he's in a great spot.
Oh, is that that looks like there's a cross guard in Matthew's hand.
Spicy. Field
Nice
medic.
field medic.
Huge. Well played.
That means you have to pitch the reroll here, right?
All right, so he's going to take the dollar, and I think he's going to play conflicted. I think that's what we're going to see. And Joe's going to take the money right away. He said, nope, you can't have that. If Joe has flank in his hand right here, I think he's in an amazing position.
Yes.
Just amazing. And there's 2. That's not enough. Actually, it is enough with the
override.
With the cross guard. Yep, that does it. And he rolls the 2 shields. Oh my goodness, that's going to be game. I think. That's crazy.
Yeah, that Bendu for 2 shields is massive.
Yoda's is unblockable. That is notable right here. If Joe, for some reason, chooses not to take these shields
Yes.
right away.
I think he's double checking if it's unblockable.
Yep. Oh my god. Joe has to.
Oh. Oh no.
Oh, what just happened?
He switched it to the 1. Here's the overwrite.
Maybe Joe can remove?
Maybe. Uncharacteristic. Uncharacteristic misplay.
Oh my goodness.
Uncharacteristic misplay there. Looked like he stole one there.
Wow.
Okay,
Wow,
we're
wow,
going to a
wow.
game 3.
Felt bad about rolling the 2 shields.
We are going to that game 3.
You guys leaving?
Good to see you guys. Yeah.
Have a safe flight.
Thanks. Congrats on your run. Great job. Yeah.
Okay, so we're shuffling up to the next game. That's a tough break. You don't see that very often. If he could have taken the shields, he just lives through the rest of the round, and probably can get enough damage out to close. But that puts it 1-1. That's anyone's game. Okay. So we will see what happens if they shuffle up. That was a really good game.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. I'm semi-internet famous in a very small nation. You're the rule guy. I know. Something matters. I know what the hell's going on. Yeah.
Okay, we're shuffling up. I'm getting ready to go into this game 3.
Don't know who you are in person, so that's cool.
I mean, to be honest, Matthew was pretty far ahead for most of that game.
Yeah.
He should have won. Joe just almost clutched it out.
Yep.
And just a slight lapse, which is it's hard to remember the crossguard overwrite.
Yep. He got me with the crossguard overwrite.
Okay. A lot of
So it's
people
not-
have been gotten by the
It's not,
crossguard overwrite.
it's not uncommon.
It is not.
I guess he thought he just didn't need the shields and was just trying to
Yep.
get the damage. That must have been the mindset.
He thought only 1 damage was possible.
Yep.
Got about.
Bobby Sapphire in the semifinal at Worlds.
So that'll never happen
Got hit
again.
with the crossguard as well.
So,
Yes. Yes, the crossguard. It's a little sneaky little thing. It's a sneak.
Yeah, he was like,
Yep.
what, don't activate?
All right.
so I wonder whose battlefield we're going to play on this time.
Joe picks. It looks like he went with Bendu.
They haven't mulliganed yet, so
Oh, yeah, right.
It wasn't like a cool trick. Like,
so not at
I
all.
had it already played.
So let's see what happens here. 2, 3, 4. Is he keeping 4? There's a chance. Matthew keeps 5 here. Ooh.
We make my hit.
And that was a spicy way to end the game. And he's showing his hand off. I wish I could see it, but it's dark. There's
Is it a steadfast?
there's a cross guard and polarity and some other things in there.
I'm pretty sure I saw a bunch of blue cards.
Yes. At least they're having a good time at the table, right?
Yeah. You can hear him laughing in the background here, so
Yep.
I think it's relatively low key.
What are we playing? We are playing on the Bendu. And both shields are going on C3PO. Perfect.
Yeah.
So see how he decides to open this game. Probably with a Bindu, I would assume. He has a cross card, so he's definitely not rolling out Kylo yet. And we start the same way with 2 indirect. Which is... It's definitely not a bad side when you're trying to deal damage. Does get the dollar off of Satine's rollout, which is super important. Binds dropping. And Binds is going to stick. Yep. The Binds ends up sticking as well. Perfect. C-3PO did not bail him out for the extra dollar this time. So we're just going to be keeping that for the autofocus, I guess.
Yep. We'll see what comes down next. If he has, you know, again, if he has an entourage in his hand, which I know Joe is mulling for, it makes it easy to get that to the 2 resources using R2. It looks like Joe actually forgot to tap 3PO. We'll see if he figures that out.
I'm sure they know he's been tapped. Okay. So this is something we haven't seen in any of the other 2 games. Binds opening round 1. So that might make a big difference coming into the future. Oh, that's really aggressive. And he gets the 3. But no targeting has been done yet.
Yeah.
This has been played before anything's been targeted.
Yep.
He should switch targets here 100%. Like, there's no reason to ever hit
Yeah, you have
C-3PO ever again. He did hit the 4. If there's another piece of removal here, that's great, but I'm doubting there is. Oh, he could overwrite. But overwriting there doesn't do anything. Yeah, he's just going to take 4. That's just what's going to happen. Okay. I think you just have to roll out Kylo here, and you just know you're going to take 4.
Yeah, this is a tough...
See, that feels weird. Like, you definitely take the shield and put 1 there.
Yeah, I just kind of feel like, why?
Yeah.
Right?
Because now Kylo special is meaningless.
Yeah,
right?
if he has cards to reroll later, like, that could easily just be 2 shields or 1 direct, which is better than 2 indirect there, in my opinion. Like, that shield on 3PO is basically, it's almost beneficial for him.
Yep.
For later. Good roll. It's
Like
gonna
right
be,
here, it could have been boom.
It's going to be at least a couple.
Oh yeah, he also has a Neiman Mastery in hand, so he can fix Rey after using.
Yep.
The
What's his
weapon.
other card? Can you tell Neiman Mastery and what's the other one?
I think it's Polarity, but I'm not 100%
Polarity,
sure.
okay. All right, so Joe's gonna. That's why he went with the going for R2. But I mean, this is gonna be a weird turn now.
Yeah, very weird. I mean, you definitely hit R2 here. I think you just resolve.
No, I think you wait for you try to wait out Joe for the Republic Cruiser, but see, this is going to be crazy. Now he's going to roll in, and if he rolls a special, he's going to get picked, and Joe wins.
Yeah.
Like, this is great bait, if it is bait. Well, Pickings
We're
is
going to
online.
find out right now.
Yep.
But if Pickings gets... you windmill slam it here if you have it, right? It's a windmill slam. Yep, he has it. Boom, slam. Game.
I wouldn't say game. He's taking both of Ray's dice. Oh no, he's taking 1 of Ray's dice. So, huge for Joe. I mean, you can call that unfortunate, but I also just kind of think his odds of hitting something that was going to get picked was very high right there.
Yep. I don't think it's unfortunate by any means.
Yeah,
I just
50-50 toy, so it was 75% that he was
I just
rolling
think I
into
would
easy
have.
pickings.
I would have. It wouldn't have mattered in this situation, but ultimately, I think I would have just tried to resolve my other dice first.
Yep. And he's going to discard the Neiman. Joe's in a great spot now.
Yeah. You're just going to use that for $1?
Yeah, so I actually wonder if Joe's going to put this shields out there and just try to lock him out of resolving the damage. the 4 pay 1 is dead right now. That is the thing. Now he's going to go for it, and it's going to end up doing 0.
I don't know why this wasn't done before Ray was rolled out.
Yeah. I think maybe he feels like, I don't know, maybe he feels like now that he's behind and he made a mistake, he's trying to do something he should have done previously. He does get $1, so I think that's going to put polarity on line.
Yeah.
Right? That's a kind of a big deal here.
But had he been able to get 6 into R2-D2 like this round,
Yeah.
like you're with the 3 resources plugged into him, you feel great about that.
Yep. Yep, and Joe's doing his thing, taking it nice and slow. It looks like we lost the video feed.
Nope, we're back.
Yeah, we're back. All right, nice.
Okay. So that's finally getting resolved. Wow, that's getting resolved with Ray's action never being used. So, again, I don't know why Ray was rolled out.
Yep.
You just resolve the special, flip the other one to the special, resolve the special, then roll out Ray. Then overwrite Neiman and fix one of Ray's dice if you don't get picked. So we go to 3 here.
Now we're going to polarity.
Yep.
So that's going to end up being 2 to R2. And then he's going to bounce his shield, right?
Yep. Should be moving a shield over.
Yeah, I mean, if he just doesn't get picked right there, he's in such a great spot.
No, if he just resolves Ray's or Kylo's die,
right,
he still has Ray's power action.
Right, I get it.
So just resolve special, flip the other one to special, resolve special.
Yeah, I guess either way, the raised dice still get picked, though. With
But
that
that's
roll.
still fine. You still get 2 more damage.
Right. Yeah, no, I get it. Joe with the field medic, that's actually huge.
Yep. Yeah, but you would have him at 5 here, and then Ray would be picked.
Yep. He's going to claim, so he's going to get Bendu's back. Having the binds on the table is something we really haven't seen in the other games, and I'm curious how it's going to influence the ramp, because I think it does give Matthew the ability to at least get closer with Joe's ramp. It doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to be able to out-ramp Joe. I think that's probably impossible. But I think it at least gives him the ability right here to possibly drop 2 weapons where he previously hasn't been able to, or, put down a Ray Saber or something like that, and then also have money left over for some of his one-cost stuff, like a Steadfast or his other polarity.
Yep. But he could have been, 2 more different.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, sir. I think with a better sequence first turn, I think Matt's actually would have been ahead.
Yeah.
Because of the binds and everything else. This is still big.
Yep.
And the great thing about Raylo, they can roll out of the back.
Yep. Good roll by Joe.
Yep. He's going to throw that to the 3. Okay. You have to deal with this right now. If you can't, the amount of damage is about that C-3PO is about to swing in is huge.
Yep.
I really wish I could have seen Joe's first team and his mulligan conditions. I wonder if he's consciously just chose to I'm going to deal more damage faster.
Huh. I think Joe's way ahead right now. That roll just changes everything.
Mm-hmm.
On demand.
Yep. Flank has been great. Roll that in. 2 shields. That's a really big side for him, actually.
That changes a lot.
That actually changes a lot. Those are okay. That's about how I feel about that. It's not bad.
Yep, 2 shields coming down onto Kylo. Those are going to disappear right away.
Yep.
Joe is not letting him have shields on Kylo, which is exactly what he should be doing. Now he's got this weird decision of does he want to risk getting picked? Does he want to roll Ray in?
Yep, it's real tough. Trying to see what else he has in his hand. Oh, looks like he's finally scared of pickings. Oh, could get pickings. Pretty sure if you don't get pickings here, you know he doesn't have pickings. Though you could play sneaky pickings and whatever, but that would feel bad.
I think they're deciding if they want to re-roll that die or let it.
Yeah, it was cocked.
Yeah.
A die slid off of it.
Yep.
This is good though, because Joe needs money. He needs more damage on the table. He doesn't have enough.
If he does have damage behind this, though, I think he's in a great spot. It looks like R2 could potentially survive this turn, which we haven't seen a game where Joe's droid survives turn 2. This could be the first, and he's going to take 2 shields.
That's risky, but
I think you just got to pick up a bunch right here.
he has a hidden motive, an EMP, and it looks like an entourage.
Yep. If there's ever a time for that Kylo special to come up, oh my goodness.
There it is.
Oh my goodness.
That's a big roll.
Joe with the motive.
You have to call special here, right?
Yep, for sure.
Oh
my goodness.
He doesn't call the...
Oh my goodness.
Ooh. Fancy.
That's not how my hidden motive's working against Raylo.
Yeah. That should have been another special right there.
Playing the math.
This is steadfast. Steadfast for reroll.
You're right. 5. It's not enough. Although that shield could put a polarity online, or the restores could put a polarity online.
Yep.
I was thinking we might see the grossest easy pickings in history, but we didn't. An extra shield for R2 right here.
It's a pretty good roll.
If Joe doesn't have anything behind this, any supports
I believe he has
behind
an entourage.
Yeah, okay, then he's in great shape. Yeah. He needs to ramp here.
Oh, he has a crate.
A crate, that's good too. Anything out there to threaten more damage onto Kylo.
It looks like a crate. He has an EMP, a crate, something else. Fickle. Fickle's good.
Yeah.
So I wonder what he does here. Does he just shove the 5 in and call it good enough, or I don't think you do. But I don't know what else is in the hand. Oh, it's probably fine. You can probably just get a shield for Kylo. Probably like a polarity.
Polarity's
or
a
something.
kill. Yep,
Yeah,
he has it.
Yep, he has polarity.
Goodness. I think Joe could have taken a shield and prevented that too.
Yep.
Yep.
That's tough. Sneaky tricks. Sneaky tricks.
That's rough.
There's not enough damage here to kill Kylo either.
Nope. Not currently anyway.
He either pitch. Is this his last card in his hand too? Oh, this is a big reroll.
Oh, he rolls very well.
About as well as you could expect, to be honest.
9 and a shield. And is there 1 steadfast out of play?
Yes. It's a $3 for the next round.
So he's 1 short? Because the crate has not been pumped yet, right? So
Correct.
it's 5. So Joe is 1 short. Ewok ambush is dead for Joe.
Okay, so he is at 10. He has 1 health remaining on his Kylo. This is a tough spot. Everything hinges, literally, on how much value he gets from Kylo.
For sure. If he rolls in a fickle right here, if Joe rolls in his fickle and he just dies, this game's done. I'm curious to see what else we have coming. It looks like we have 1 cross guard in hand.
It was one of those I want an instigate moment.
I thought I saw a conflicted too, which is actually pretty huge right
Yeah.
here.
But no, this is where you want instigate.
Yeah, I would take instigate as the Kylo Ray player right here.
No, yeah, you get to roll in one of your supports to kill Kylo.
Oh, for
Yeah.
Joe, you mean?
Yep. Okay.
Pretty good roll.
So far it's 2 damage.
Here's the Fickle.
Oh, that's a big deal. Now you just Ray power action, right? Maybe. Nope, he's going to take it slower. He doesn't want to get picked.
Yep.
I don't blame him.
He's going to deal 3 with the crossguard there, so he's going to get good value out of it. Now he has the option to overwrite the crossguard also, and deal a damage, and then play Conflicted, and maybe deal 2 damage. I do see Forsaken.
Oh, he's going for the... Here's the special. He's going for the... Oh.
Unlucky. Well, 45%. 55% unlucky. Yeah.
He needed the... What he was looking
Yeah.
to do is hit the focus on C-3PO so that he could switch to damage and kill Kylo.
Yep. This is going to be tough for Jono. That changes a lot. He's just doing anything he can to try to find damage right now. Oh my goodness.
That's tough. He doesn't have enough ramp behind this. Like, behind his characters to get there.
Yep.
On Matthew's side, he is getting full value out of Kylo right now.
Yep. I wonder what Joe has in his hand. Could this be a repeat of the other game where we see Rey die first now? He needs to kill Kylo and he knows it right here. He gets a focus.
Oh man, do you actually take the... That'd be weird.
Did you take what?
The discard.
He's going to take a shield.
Oh, he wants to use the power action on Kylo.
Okay. Oh, the hired muscle coming down. Okay.
Well, it looks like he's slowing it up nice. Well, he got all the... Like, you already forced the tempo value out of Kylo to resolve, like, not the greatest sides. And so at this point, you're like, I don't need to kill him anymore.
Yep. He's going to use his overwrite. I actually sort of wonder if you just forsaken this 3PO focus right here. Right, Joe can literally just kill Kylo whenever he wants. Is that like the best value he's going to get? Is there an entourage in Joe's hand or not? I think that's really what this game is going to come down to, I think. Oh, he has Bendu still too. And he gets a focus, so that's going to be able to focus Kylo to lethal.
Yeah, you got to focus here to damage. Oh, but you can't. You can't give that Ray Saber over, can you? I think you have to. Yeah, you can. You can if you're taking a die away to do it. There is Forsaken.
I think he has 2 Forsakens. And he's going to discard.
I don't disagree with that. Ooh.
That's a big card.
Yeah, he definitely wanted the Fickle.
Joe has 2 in hand. Is one of them hidden motive? I'm having such a hard time seeing these cards. Forsaken's
But we
back
can't
online.
see the
though.
dice. You get one or the other.
3 for 1, so that's huge for Joe.
That is a big...
Massive. Yep. 2's going to go out. Now, is Joe going to kill over... Is Joe going to overkill Kylo?
No, there's no pressure to kill Kylo here yet.
He does have another Forsaken.
Yeah, but he doesn't know that. What are you Forsaken here if you have Forsaken?
Yeah, I agree. Yep,
Yep.
100%.
That's a good choice.
Yep. Because those shields are about to become very relevant in this game as soon as Kylo dies. So we're going to see a shield go down into 3PO. Yep, and now Joe's going to kill Kylo.
Okay, not the worst roll for Joe.
No. It's very relevant what Joe has behind this.
Yep.
I think Matthew's discarding to kill 3PO right here. Right, I think he needs to get 3PO down. He can't give him that activation again next turn if he can help it. Kylo's going to die, but I think this is actually not a terrible position still for Matthew.
At least he got to do it after after it was rolled out.
Yep. And he has a Dagger of Mortis in his hand also, it looks like. Getting rid of the binds. He needs to see damage on one of these dice. He does not see damage on one of these dice, so that's an incredibly big deal. Joe's going to go to 2 indirect.
I'd assume this means you have nothing behind. Like, you're not trying to play around anything here.
He discards the Dagger of Mortis, which is tough.
Okay.
Yep, so this is going to be lethal.
This will be a dead C-3PO. But shields are good now for Joe.
Yep.
So next round he can start, trying to build some shield game with the...
Joe's going to claim.
I don't... Oh, to remove the...
Oh,
Bindu.
nice, okay. Very smart. Good play by Joe.
Yep. Pretty good. Giving himself every chance to win.
Yep.
But a lot of his tricks are dead. Like, it's very possible Joe can pull this out.
I think Joe's in good shape. I think he needed to get 3PO right here, and shields are about to become a major problem. Yep, Joe knows it too. Right in the pool, and boom, right to the special. Tough spot. Yoda Saber. That's a good card right here.
Yep.
We'll see if there's anything behind this. I would like to see something else that throws some damage onto the table.
I think if this special is not resolved, it means there might not be mitigation in Joe's hand.
What do you mean if it's not resolved?
If it's not resolved, then because it opens up the special from
Gotcha.
Yoda Saber. Now he's just rolling it out.
Is Yoda special? Is it 2?
It is 2 if you remove a shield.
Gotcha.
It's unblockable.
I do see conflicted. I keep seeing things. All these cards look the same.
Okay. No more upgrades, so...
And right to the special.
Yep.
We have ourselves a great championship round. Really good. Very close games. Plenty of time left to finish this one out.
I mean, this means...
Some really good destiny.
This means
right
there's
here.
no mitigation.
The shields are going to go to Satine, so Joe concedes 3PO right here.
That would be my read. If Joe did this, I would think, no
Yep.
mitigation. Could be a bait. But I doubt it. I mean, you easy pickings here if you have easy pickings.
Yeah.
You-
Agreed. 2 indirect. Good side.
Yep, that's relevant.
R2-D2. And Joe just discarded his disassemble. Did he pay for that?
For what, the R2?
Yeah, was
Yeah,
he at 3?
he had 3.
Oh, he binds for that. Okay,
He
got it.
binds
Yep.
for the Yoda. Okay, let's see. I think we're just in roll all your stuff out phase.
Yeah.
But he has gas in his hand. I can see some gas in there, so it is very possible. He can't die.
This is the first game we've seen Joe not draw Entourage.
It is. Oh,
Big sides.
all of the best sides. No, it doesn't remove it.
What are you re-rolling here? Or are you not re-rolling? Is that just it?
I would re-roll the Rey lightsaber.
He can't get there.
No, he can't get there, but he can get as close as possible. Right back to it, man. This is how we play Destiny.
This is it now, huh?
Yep. You just got to get the big old sides. Got to get those rolls. But
He's going to kill his hand. So Joe's going to try to do 11, and I don't really think that's unrealistic.
Yeah, it's very possible that he can do 11 here.
Yeah.
Wait, he's leaving the okay. Okay. He's just got to claim because he has nothing left, and Joe gets.
Does Joe not have gas in his hand?
He has gas in his hand.
He has to.
He has
There's
gas in his
okay.
hand.
Joe's great. He's fine. He's got to get 11. I think he's going to do it.
The issue is he can't take money here.
No.
Everything needs to be resolved for damage.
Yep.
Is that... The other Fickle is gone, right? The other Fickle's in the grave, I believe.
Yep.
Yes, the other Fickle's in the grave. Okay. That's the only reason you would take the Entourage there.
What is Joe's max right here if he plays the second Entourage? It's just 6, right? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is 10 his max? Oh, he has the crate still. Okay. So
Yep.
2.
He has Satine,
Yep.
so that's very possible. I think he has a Hired in his hand as well.
Joe does.
Yeah. Does he have a handheld as well? Okay. I was going to say, that's the only reason you're not rolling this in, right? Oh, he got one out of
huge.
6s. That is really big.
That's huge. He's got to find 7 now.
He still gets a reroll. That is massive. That is... Yep, you're just going to slam that down. You see a little jump in his step when that showed up.
What's he have in hand? 1?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Five damage. 3 damage is what he needs. No, he has more cards. 3. Oh. He needs 1 more damage.
Yeah, I think you re-rolled a 2-1 here if you're Joe too. No, he doesn't. GG, Joe Cologne is going to be the new U.S. National Champion. Congrats to Joe. Congrats to the Hyperloops. Great job. Super close final.
Yep.
Super close final.
Yep, those games were great.
Really good games.
This coverage of Star Wars Destiny is supported in part by our patrons. The Chance Cube wouldn't exist if it wasn't for the support of our patrons. We appreciate each and every one of you who generously support us in our mission to explore Star Wars Destiny and educate players along the way. We couldn't do it without you. If you would like to join our friends in high places, then head over to patreon.com/thechancecube. $1 a month goes a long way to maintaining and growing content like this and much more. And special thanks to Jim Goss, Derek Bertram, and Nathan Henderson for their generous support as top-tier patrons.